our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the top stories. Civil protection is a full-scale exercise. A heat wave and heart disease prevention concerning the health issues. Africa financing the African factory, the AU in conclave in Abidjan. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. As part of the effort of strengthening cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the Republic of Turkey, the Minister of Muslim Affairs and WAF, Mr. Momin Hassan Bouré, led a high-level delegation on an official visit to Ankara at the invitation of Turkish President of Religious Affairs. The visit focused on expanding cooperation in Islamic affairs and WAF management through a dialogue, knowledge exchange, and religious diplomacy. During the meeting, both sides reaffirmed their commitment to promoting peace, modernization, and tolerance, and preserving a place of worship with particular attention to Sultan Abdullah Hamid II Grand Mosque in Djibouti. As a symbol of Djiboutian-Turkish friendship, the delegation also visited the General Directorate of Endowment and the Turkish Foundation to learn about Turkey's experience in WAF governance, education, and humanitarian work. Indeed, the officials visit Turkey. The Minister of Muslim Affairs and WAF Endowment, Mr. Momin Hassan Bouré, and his delegation visit the National Library of Presidential Complex in Ankara, one of the country's leading cultural and scientific institutions. The delegation was briefed on the library's extensive collection facilities and digital resources before touring its iconic mirror of the hall. During the visit, library officials invite Djibouti to establish a permanent presence by contributing book and document showcasing the country's history and cultural heritage. And now, still on national news, the civil protection strengthening fire protection and preparedness amid heat wave. Amid high temperature and hot, dry winds increasing the risk of fires in Djibouti City, the General Director of Civil Protection conducted a fire stimulation drill on Sunday. The exercise aimed to enhance firefighters' readiness, improve response time, and strengthen coordination between rescue team to ensure rapid intervention and reduce human and material losses. In his address, the acting Director General of the Civil Protection noted that several fires had broken out during this campaign, saying, "I urge residents to exercise extreme caution." Why? Because since Thursday, we have recorded 4 major fires in Balbala region, and this morning a large fire broke out. So I ask all residents to be vigilant. Most importantly, in the evening of any fire, the area must be evacuated immediately. The electricity must also be switched off upon noticing any fire. It is also essential to emphasize that as soon as firefighters and police arrive, they must be informed of any trapped individuals, and their access to emergency exits must be facilitated. In the event of any fire, call the number 18. This number is free of charge, and there is a joint coordination between the gendarmerie, the police, and civil protection service, he concluded. Health news now. A heat wave in Djibouti. The heart patients urged to take precautions. Djibouti is currently experiencing a severe heat wave that could pose a health risk, particularly for those with cardiovascular condition. Given this harsh weather's condition, doctors recommend taking preventive measures to minimize health complications associated with high temperature. High temperature are a major health concern as prolonged exposure can lead to dehydrations, heat exhaustion, and increased strain on the cardiovascular system. The elderly, pregnant women, children, and those with chronic illness, especially heart disease, are among the most vulnerable to affect the heat wave. For those with heart failure or other cardiovascular condition, high temperature can exacerbate their health problems as the heart has to work harder to maintain blood circulation. Experts advise this group to avoid direct sun exposure, especially during peak hours from midday, until late afternoon, and to stay in cool place. In his intervention with the specialists internal medicine and cardiology, health authorities emphasize that prevention remains the most effective way to combat the effect of heat waves, following simple measures such as drinking water regularly, wearing light clothing, avoiding strenuous physical activities in the sun, and keeping living space cool can significantly reduce the health risk associated with high temperature, he said. In Djibouti shine with the gold medals in the international athletics. Djiboutian athletes achieved new international success with Zahra Ali Mohammed winning the 10.7 kilometer race in Morocco, finishing 36 minutes and 47 seconds despite difficult weather conditions. Meanwhile, runner Aden Waberi Darar claimed the gold medal at the International Peace Half Marathon in Chad, completing 21.1 kilometer race in hour 2 minutes. The Secretary of State for in charge of state sport, Fatuma Ali Abdullah, congratulated both athletes, praising their performance and highlight their contribution to promoting Djibouti's sporting excellence on the international stage. And now the regional scene. Kenya, women's football became the effective tool for the empowerment girls. Kenyan is preparing to participate. The they participate in Women's Africa Cup of Nations for second time in its history, 10 years after its beginning in the tournament held in Cameroon. The continued growth of women's football in Kenya has rekindled enthusiasm among young generation, inspiring many girls to take up the sport and pursue their ambitions on the pitch. Uganda, United Nations, Uganda said the Ugandan officially joined the race to succeed UN Secretary General on Saturday, former opposition presidential candidate, and UN official is in the seven candidates. The six others candidates to succeed on Daniel Gathers, whom term ends on December 31. The medals and also these six candidates participate in a televised debate on Thursday. 15 members of UN Security Council are scheduled to hold their first consultative vote by secret ballot on July 31. Access. And now, the African continent, the economic issues is still at the heart of a debate, and the major objective is to accelerate the industrialization. The experts of the African Union are gathered in Abidjan for making a reflection on the ways and means to mobilize financement necessary for the industrialization of African continent. The discussion were focused on the reinforcement of investment and the development of chain production of local and the role of private sector for in order to improve the economic of the African continent. This is it for this edition. Thanks all for watching and have a wonderful evening.